Hi, everybody, and thanks again for tuning in to another Watson Brothers video. Ian and I are sitting by the fire, keeping ourselves warm on a chilly day to discuss the stats of November 2022. Ian,
Here we
tell
are
us
in
what the numbers
December. Here
say.
we are in December, Barrett. Thanks. We
Mhm,
are about a month away from our predictions for
mhm,
2023. I can't believe we're saying 2023 already. Anyway, the numbers this month
mhm.
are as they have been since February of this year, in a declining pattern. The rough numbers that you need to know is homes, townhomes, and apartment sales, the big three that we
Yep.
follow, all off again about 50% versus year ago. And that's unit sales. And the bright spot in all of that, Barrett, is that the dollar volume that's generated from those sales is not off 50%, it's actually off less, which means that prices are falling not nearly as fast as the unit sales. So they're
Mhm.
holding a little bit. Yes, they're coming down, but not at the same rate. So we are seeing a little bit of strengthening in the market. We're actually seeing the bottom end. There's two parts of the market that we're following right now that are very interesting. The higher end stuff, and we'll call that 2 million and above, has really not missed a beat. It is moving. And if you look at the lower end stuff, and we're talking 700 and under is now low end, it is really moving as well. We've gone and shown houses this week that they've got offers on them. Some are selling in a few days. There is a lot of demand for the lower end of the market as first-time buyers are now, because those prices have come down,
Mhm.
are now able to hop in and they are eating up that inventory.
Yep.
It's the middle of the market, that 700 to say that 1.5 million range. That's a little bit tough.
Big news provincial-wise is on November the 24th, your provincial government implemented some rather significant, very significant changes on the Strata Property Act. What they've stated is that the rental restrictions on any building, any strata, are now gone. And that means that if you bought into a building thinking it was going to remain quiet, you didn't want tenants in there, as of the 24th, instantly overnight, there are now tenancies allowed in that. Ian will speak to that in a moment. The other change, not as dramatic, is the fact that they've got no age bands anymore. So 55 plus, you're still good. You still have to be 55 to buy into a complex where that's the number. However, if you're in a 19 plus, a 35 plus, those have been abolished as well. And Ian, you and I both have some opinions on what that rental restriction ban, call it now,
Mhm.
is going to do to property values in those buildings.
Absolutely, Barrett. I think there's definitely an opportunity for people that are looking for an investment property. If you were looking at to buy an investment property, there was a limited number available before because many buildings wouldn't allow rentals. Now, all buildings allow rentals, so you can look at a property that may have been priced as if it were not allowed to have rentals, and now it can, and buy one in there. And I think that there's a small window of opportunity before the new inventory comes on because it's going to get priced higher, but there's a small window of opportunity that if you are looking for an affordable one bed or a two bed, two bath investment property, you probably have a 30-day window before the market adjusts.
Mhm. Touched on last month as well, the cooling off period, the buyer rescission period. So just to expand on that, on January the 1st, what kicks in then is a new policy that a buyer can write an offer. They've got 3 business days to basically say, you know what, rushed into this, got cold feet, any reason at all, and they can cancel that contract. There is small repercussion on that if they use that clause, and that is 0.25 or a quarter point penalty that gets paid back to the seller in cash. So rough numbers, if you bought $1 million property and you included that cooling off period rescission clause and you acted upon it, you'd owe them about $2,500. And it's not a huge amount. However, we think in the reality world, you're still going to have subjects in your contracts because let's face it, the market has slowed. People are still putting in financing, home inspection, title search. Why not just wait a few more days? Use that as your go as far as getting out. I don't like the title. I don't like this encumbrance. So I don't really think that one will have much impact, Ian. But boy, that strata, that
That
is
has
going to
really
be a
changed
big
things
one.
up,
It's
and
a game changer.
it's given people a lot of opportunities. And talking about opportunities, we keep hearing, how's the market, where's it going?
Mhm.
And we think next year is going to be a really big year again. We've had a slowdown with interest rates. The next opportunity for the Bank of Canada to raise the rate comes December 7th, and they may raise it a quarter, half a point, but we're getting near the top of where it's going to be. And when we hit that top, the buyers are going to come back. All the signs are there that things are healthy. The job numbers just came out of the US this morning, 225,000 jobs added in the US. Canada was up 1% as well. So the unemployment rate in Canada actually is dropping, which is the opposite of what a recession means. There's people out there, they're working, they have money, and right now they're just nervous about interest rates, and that's why they're not buying. As soon as we get a plateau in that, they are going to come back because they haven't been buying in any great degree since February. And we know there's pent up demand and it's coming.
Yeah. Thing that we'd like you to look at on your stats there is if I use single family homes, about a year ago, we're running about double inventory, Ian. If it was 500, now we're about 1,000 for rough numbers. That 1,000 people go, oh, it's twice as much. But in reality, you can go back in our times of stats there. It's not hard to find 2,500 single family homes on
Or
the market.
3,000 single family homes on the market.
And that's where we really think that when that market does turn, there is very little inventory there in the big scheme of a town the size of Kelowna now. That'll get gobbled up fast. That's going to push prices back up again, Ian. So we really do think if there's maybe talk about your first time buyers there a little bit, that they're getting back into the market, aren't they?
They are. They're definitely coming back. We were out this week, and there's people that we've been with, and we look at properties, and they've got an offer on them. They've been on the market at just a short period of time. They've got backup offers on them, and they're moving again. So we're seeing first timers hop back in, and that's exciting because that's where the market turns and starts to go.
Make sure you tune in next month. That is our January video, Ian, and that is our predictions for the year. And we usually bat a pretty good average, I must say, over the years.
We'll summarize how we did this year. We'll talk about how we did next year. And again, it's this time of year. We wish everybody a Merry Christmas and be safe. If you need anything real estate related. 250-712-2222.